It's me.
So glad I had hit record before you started doing that.
Are you serious?
Dead serious.
That's not me.
Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is another beautiful sarcasm Monday here. Yeah, right. It's you gonna be okay over there?
I think so.
Well, we're starting off strong.
Well, you know,
We're starting off great. This is great.
I almost let that one go.
You know,
That was awesome.
caught a hella bubble there.
Man, when I tell you I'm good at it, I'm good at it.
You know.
Go for it.
Anyway, I pretty much think that's the intro for today's episode of the Grown But Not Grown Monday podcast. Thinking about working on that name a little bit. I don't know exactly what we're going to call it yet. But I think we need to come up with a name for the podcast.
I like it. I think it suits us.
Well, I think Grown But Not Grown should be the name of the channel. And then the podcast. We'll worry about that once we venture out more. But any comments, any suggestions that you guys want to make, feel free to type it in the comments. And if we see something we like, hell, we'll probably roll with it, to be honest with you.
Be nice, because I am in the business of coming back.
Ain't that the truth? But,
I'm skipping. See?
take a sip of my tap water, you know. I'm actually drinking tap for once. Right, the tap.
Wait, you got that at the top?
Well, I mean, technically.
It's filtered, though.
Yeah, okay. Nondescript filtered water.
Type shit.
Because I don't want to give out no fucking sponsorships to any filter companies until they pay me. Anyway, we are off to a rough start here. As you can see, I'm a little sick.
As you can see.
You know what, bitch? First of all, I'm finna throw this nondescript water at you. It's brand-free filtered water. Anyway, as you can tell, probably, I'm a little sick. I've got my water here to keep me from dying on the podcast. I'm trying so hard to choke back these coughs that I have going on right now, but it's not easy because I want to cough really loud right now and it hurts.
So we normally have the burpometer.
We're gonna have the cough-o-meter.
Cough-o-meter, yeah.
So so we're gonna gauge it out of 10.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
I mean, like, but when you cough, you're already at 10. So.
Okay, we'll have the coughing fitometer. This is how powerful and long the coughs are, and I want you to be my judge. Give me a solid 1 out of 10 every time. So that's what we need to start doing until we can figure out how to program an actual meter.
And program your ass to stop getting sick, bro.
Look, when they discovered, program Mother Nature to get off her menstrual cycle. Anyway, we're like 3 minutes into this episode, and we're already talking a whole bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
So the topic of today's episode, we wanted to discuss I guess the misconception would be the good word.
Can we call it that?
Because I don't know if it's technically considered a misconception
That's
or
that's like kind of a weak.
I guess the stereotype.
There we go.
Well, it's not even really a stereotype. Well, yeah.
Stereotype. That's what it is. There you go.
Stereotype of talking black, talking white, acting black, acting white,
and not being
and other nationalities. You know, something I wanted to touch on because a lot of people tell me I act black, I talk black. My wife, who is black, they tell her she acts white and she talks white. Which, go back and listen to the last episode and you leave your own judgments on that one.
Right.
Oh, there's one. I give that a 0.5.
No, that ain't.
I said a 0.5.
Oh.
But anyway, just wanted to talk briefly about it. I just kind of try to get the conversation going. It's obviously a slow news day today.
And feel free to come in and, you know, put your 2 cents in. We live for it, actually.
Absolutely.
That was so funny.
So I just like some, you know, and again, as a white male, a straight white male, you know, it's the spawn of hell, according to any social justice warrior out there. You know, from my point of view, which I know isn't taken seriously anymore because I'm fucking ridiculous, but you know, my point of view on the situation is there's no such thing as acting a race. You saying that you act a race, or like a lot of things that I've seen is people telling people to act their race, act their color, is racism at its finest.
Yes.
It's racist. It's racism at its finest. It's prejudice. You're putting a group into a box. You never want to box a group in. Now you can. My thing is you can box a person in because on an individual basis you can kind of. This may be controversial, but I look at it as on an individual basis you can kind of get once you get to know the person well enough you can kind of get a feel of how that person is.
Right.
And while you may not be able to put into a word or two, or hell, even a sentence of how that person is, you have that.
You know
the picture of them.
How far to go with that person.
Well, you know enough
things.
about it to where you can categorize that person as. And it's like it's like having a word for that person in your head, but actually without having a word for them.
For instance,
if that makes sense.
I got you. Like just to sum it up, like
that's a one.
Like not even so much like that. Let's use this example. Like okay, we all got more than one friend. We got multiple friends, right? Let's say you can tell this friend something because you know how this friend gonna react. Vice versa to you not being able to tell that friend because you know how that friend's gonna react.
Exactly.
That type of situation. Yeah.
And I feel as there's no such thing as acting or talking within a race. Mm-hmm. There's acting us and talking a certain way.
Right.
But I wouldn't say. I say you can categorize it, but not by race. You know, like you can say that like you have you talk deep south, deep southern. Mm-hmm. You talk like for us, someone from Louisiana because we're in Louisiana.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Like you can say like Brianka, for example, you can say she talks proper. She talks I wouldn't say coherent because she'd be saying some shit that I'd be like, what? But you know, like she talks clearly and properly and she's almost shy at the same time, but she can yell at you like a motherfucker too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's safe to say that she talks and acts white though.
No, now this is actually something like you know how like for instance me saying Amy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like how y'all, you know, find it weird, but I be like
such a hard time about that.
Right, and I be like I'm talking right, you know, I go back home and I can see it and it's just like, oh yeah, you know, like they instantly like, oh yeah, yo,
but you be saying it so fast or it sounds like you're saying anus, and that's why we give you a hard time.
But that's what I'm saying. That's because y'all don't say that.
Well, yeah, and
back home, that's what I mean, like, don't get me wrong, you know, we got people that they say auntie and this and that and the third or whatever, like people that say that back home, but
at the end of the day, we're fucking with you too.
Right, yeah, no, yeah.
So
I'm talking about the pronunciation and the different dialogues and things.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, like it's just one of them things where it's like, where you from? Like for instance, like you were saying, you know, she talks a tad bit more white, proper, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you know, whatever you want to call it. Like, yeah, to some that might be weird. Like let's say somebody from fucking deep ghetto hood somewhere in Chicago type style. Like,
yeah.
The different dialogues is they're from where you're from type thing.
It's like there's genres and subgenres of
right.
of vernacular and behavior. That's like well, me, I'm from Orlando and I don't have any fucking accent whatsoever. People tell me I have no fucking accent. They've never heard anyone in the world that doesn't have an accent until they met me. And
I never thought about it like that, but that is very fucking true.
Yeah, nobody. Everyone's like, "Oh, this person has an accent," but you have no
Jane.
accent.
Right? Like,
yeah, pussy plain Jane type shit. You know. But I'm from Orlando, and I'm from the rough parts of Orlando, which, spoiler alert, there are rough parts of Orlando.
I was actually just going to say that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no such thing.
Yeah, what you see in the brochures are about 1/10 of Orlando.
That's tourism shit.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Orlando's bad. Never go to Mercy Drive. I can put it that way.
Miami.
Never go to OBT.
Yeah, you know, like, yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
I never thought Orlando would be...
No, Orlando's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It would be nice where we would sit out on the front. This is getting off topic, but I have to say this. We'd be sitting out on the front porch, and hell, it was a normal. You could tell it was a normal week if you saw 2 police choppers scrolling the skies looking for somebody. We had essentially it's fucked. We had these 2 kids, 16-year-olds, skip school one day. They stole a car, went riding around with AK-47s, just shooting shit up because they were bored. They never found those kids either.
So they probably shot each other on this thing.
No, the motherfuckers probably went down to fucking Miami or some shit like that. I don't know. The police never caught them. To this day, as far as I'm aware, I haven't really been keeping up with news from home, but as far as I'm aware.
Charlie calls my phone. You hear me?
I bet.
You hear me?
But anyway, like,
back to
I grew up rough, and I grew up in poor neighborhoods, and I grew up around a lot of. I think that's why I'm so, cool with every race. Because I grew up around just about every race there is, because Florida's a melting pot too. I grew up around like people actually from Haiti, actual Cubans,
Dominicans, all that. Yeah, that's like a very popular spot for those types, like the tropical.
Yeah, and then you just have your regular African Americans and regular Hispanic Americans, and I even knew a couple of Asian kids growing up. I don't remember. I never asked what Asian they were, but yes, I had to say it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. You better call it what it is. I mean, technically, to clear the record, that is the prop term, big fella. But
yeah, but black could also apply to the Haitians. So that's why, to clarify, I wanted to clarify African American.
I respect it.
I'm
just not used to it.
In the context of the sentence, it made sense.
Yeah, no, it did. It just was weird hearing it from you. Like, that's all.
Because I don't really get politically correct.
Right.
Because people know what the fuck. I come 100. I come 110%.
Stop
but
it.
That was from that. Have you seen that movie?
Yes, that's why I said stop. Anyway,
I give it 110%.
But getting back to the topic.
Oh yeah, I have a very, like people say, I have no accent.
You don't. You honestly don't.
But I can throw out what is considered black terminology. And I act quote unquote black because I listen to rap. I also happen to rap. And I say some of the quote-unquote black slang. But I look at it as more of an urban. And I guess even then that term has kind of gotten a rap for being, okay, white people, we know you're saying black. But I look at it as urban applies to all races. Not just like what I'm saying is urban, there's urban people from every race is what I'm saying. People like white people can have an urban, can talk urban, can act urban, and Mexicans, Hispanics, Asians.
Like I said earlier, it's just all about where you're from. I mean, like if that's
and how you were brought up.
And with you, I think that's why we get along so well, because you're not acting. You are 100.
Exactly.
You say more. Let's be honest. You know more than I do about
being black.
Like what? Like my country ass just like what? Like what the fuck is that?
So you go fishing and shit, and I rap and play San Andreas.
Yeah, I never got to play that. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
You never played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas?
No, like I told you why. I already told you.
Dude, we have it on the PlayStation. Why don't you say something?
I wasn't allowed to.
Why did you say something? We could play that. Some other time. It's not like...
No. Is that the one where you got the cheat code to like make your 2-player or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I have played it.
That's
I
right.
have played. See, I didn't know what the hell. I knew it was Grand Theft Auto, but I didn't know that's okay. Well, yeah, we got that.
But anyway, but yeah, that's like I think that it really is. It's where you're from, how you're brought up, and I think it's what speaks to you, where you just grow into.
What's natural?
Yeah, what's natural?
There you go.
I don't act any type of way because if I was acting quote unquote black, you could tell.
Right, and that's what I said. It's genuine. You genuinely are. And don't get me wrong, you have your little white moments. You have your little. And you definitely have your little white moments.
And every now and then you'll have your black moments. It's not often, but you'll have it. Just like Brianna.
I'm me. 100%.
Yeah,
I'm me.
I'm not. I don't act black. I don't act white. I act.
You act
like me.
DJ,
like me.
And that's what we're talking. That's where that whole stereotypical thing comes from. I'm taking it from you, big fella.
Right.
Like. It's like you can't put race on somebody's actions and this and that. And I feel like that's where a lot of this racism and all of this diversity and segregation and all that shit is coming from because we done got so stuck in the, oh, you acting this, oh, you acting that, oh, no, child, that's for white people. Oh, no. Bitch, if I want to go fucking snorkeling or fucking scuba diving or shit skinny dipping for that matter,
all that.
I can do whatever the fuck I want, and I guarantee you, my skin change, my tone ain't got no lighter. Can you
it ain't gonna change. Yeah, amen,
I'm
brother.
Just as black as the hell I was, and I'm probably one of the blackest ones out there. Like I'm pretty sure I am. You know,
hard to be.
And it's hard to make this shit look good, y'all. Trust me. So I have to, do extra shit. Anyway,
I think Akon's about the only one that's got you beat on that. But anyway.
Akon got me. Ain't no,
yeah, you're right.
But
Akon ain't even locked yet.
But like, fuck you. But like, that's the kind of stuff that actually aggravates me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like stuff like that because, like I said, it just leaves you in their mindset. I feel like we should be trying to forget about segregation stuff. Don't get me wrong. Never forget about our history, but at the same time, as far as bringing it into like 2019,
yeah, and I feel like we should just throw that shit out the window. Stop looking at me and what I do and trying to make my race what it ain't. Exactly.
Or whatever. Like, don't
that was what I was gonna say next was, saying that, oh, you're acting white, Octavius, is enforcing segregation again.
And it's fucking offensive.
It's saying you're not allowed to do things that the quote unquote white people do,
but we fought
because you're black. But we fought for it.
You feel me? Yeah.
And I feel like that's modern. That is modern day segregation. Yes, segregation has gone from a legal construct to a mental one.
Yep.
That we have allowed ourselves to, and I hate to be this woke about it, but to make ourselves slaves to our environment,
right? And
but we're enforcing it on ourselves.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Nobody's saying be oblivious to it. Like it's not still out there or anything like that. We're just saying little stuff like this
is how you fight it.
How you fight it. This is how you get over it. We teach our kids and everything. So at least shit, even if we don't get to taste it, hell, at least they can. I can rest in peace and not turn over in my damn grave 24/7.
Yeah,
hit me. Like,
no, my baby can do whatever the hell.
My baby can do what the fuck
he or she wants.
Bitch, if you wanna, you blacker than me. If you wanna go dye your hair blonde, bitch, you go.
If you wanna go fucking watch a NASCAR, by all means,
go.
I'm not gonna judge you for being acting white. I'm gonna judge you just for watching NASCAR. It's just boring.
But it's not a race.
But it's not a race thing. It's a race car thing.
You feel me?
Yeah, right. Oh, look, he's making another left turn. But
But yeah, that's the kind of, if any damn kind of shit coming from something like that, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be me joking about some shit. Like, it ain't nothing that's really got you staring in the mirror and feeling like you lower than weird or alien or on your ET shit. Like, no, nigga.
Exactly. Another thing, or just something that this made me think of, I want to butt in real quick. I saw a video on Facebook the other day where this guy was like, I don't remember what he was talking about. I think he saw like a shirt or something for Dale Earnhardt, and he was like arguing with his girlfriend. He had like the Snapchat filter on to where his voice was higher. He was like, "Baby, something, Dale Earnhardt. You know what that is? That's Dale Earnhardt. He's the first man in NASCAR to ever successfully make a right turn." I was like, bruh, that's so fucked up. But anyway, but yeah, and it's ultimately putting a label a race label on something is modern day segregation, and that's just this cold hard facts about it. And that's like, I hate country music with a passion, but if you wanted to,
I love it. Like,
and my thing is, if you wanted to if you told me today, DJ, I really want to go out and I want to be a country music star.
Child, I did think that when I was like, I think when I was 16, that's when I had first got my guitar butterscotch. I thought I was going to be a damn country singer. Didn't work out that way because it always turned into R&B.
You had that soul.
Yeah, I got that soul, and that's the kind of racial shit I like.
And you can't change, but you can't change it though.
Change it, baby. That's
just like if you had a country voice. And everyone around you was like, you need to sing R&B instead of country. You can't change what you grow into and what you're good at, you know. And that's like, and what you like too. But you know, that's like if you come up and you tell me today, DJ, I got offered the chance to become a country music star. I want to know, can I have your support and can you come with me and. You know, like I'll give you a job carrying the bags or something like that. You know, like what?
Bitch, be realistic.
Well, like I'm saying.
No. I get what you're saying. I'm talking about talk like me because that is not me, bitch. We finna be some stars.
Right. Okay.
Shit, you know, like,
well, see, but if I'm not gonna get up on stage and do country music with you. But if you tell me, look, I want you to bring you on tour with me. You ain't even got to get up on stage and do it. I just want you to just come with me. I'm gonna be like, you know what, Octavius. You ain't even gotta bring me, but I appreciate you bringing me. I'm here to support you the whole way. You're laughing, but I'm...
No, I'm like you. I got a joke.
Oh, okay. But like I was saying, you know, let me get this out and let him finish his joke.
Go ahead.
So if you come up to me tomorrow and was like, yeah, I want to be a country music star, I'm like, you know what, by all means, you do you, brother. I will support you every fucking step of the way. I will punch all your haters in the face.
Yeah, that's what you there for, big fella.
Exactly.
You ain't big for no goddamn reason, big fella. I already told you that. I talk the shit, you do the fighting.
Oh, wow. Glad we got that figured out.
I only jump in when I got to, because, you know, when these hands come out, you know, they be ready down, you know.
Yeah, all right. So anyway, let me hear your joke.
Oh, so, you know how you said, you ain't gonna get on stage, you know, you ain't gotta get on stage, you ain't gotta sing with me.
Yeah.
Bro, I instantly went to A Star Is Born. Remember when he called on stage?
Oh,
I'm gonna hit you with that.
God.
Like, go ahead. Tell me something, girl.
And he pissed his pants. Oh, that shit.
DJ gonna fuck up the stage, y'all. Y'all don't understand. It's just gonna be rap.
You're just gonna be like,
I ain't see that one coming.
You're gonna pick up the guitar. You're gonna start singing like, I wanna go home. I'm gonna just be like,
go home.
and I'm gonna just be in the background, yeah. Hey, wanna go home, y'all?
Bitch.
Go home, y'all. Bitches ain't shit. Home, y'all. But you know.
But that's our prerogative, you know. that's just what we got.
We're gonna make the first ever successful fucking country rap fusion, not like hip hop, but I mean, you've never. Okay, I gotta let you hear hip hop. My dad tried to put me on that, and I'm like,
I think I want to hear it.
But I'm saying, I'll let you hear it.
That sounds so fucking.
White trash.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna fucking try to be that guy.
Somebody might like that, big fella.
But
look, and we talking about that.
That's what I'm saying.
You see, but do y'all honestly see? We get it. We see how easy it is. You see,
and that's what I'm saying.
Into that type, because that's how we've been taught.
That's how we've been programmed.
That's because not even so much by your parents, just listening to your friends and shit. Yeah, you know, and all of that. Like,
and that's just right. I'm so glad I made that slip. Because that just goes to show that it's so ingrained in our culture right now that it's something that we need to like. And I'm not like we're not trying to cast judgment on anybody for doing this, but this is just But this is just literally to raise awareness that we need to make a concentrated effort to. I feel like that's not the right word. Concentrated effort. What's the word I'm looking for here? You're not helping me at all right now. You're all up in your phone. I'm texting. I see that. Oh, what the fuck?
Business too.
We need to make.
Wait.
Not a concentrated effort.
No way.
No, what the fuck is the word? We need to make a serious. Let's just put it this way. We need to make a serious effort to, a conscious effort to. Really stop doing to change the way we look at things, you know, because I mean it's harmful, you know, and it's gonna take time and it's gonna take work, it's not going to be an overnight thing. We all going to do it still, and we're all going to mess up. But we need to make we need to dedicate ourselves to changing that.
No, see, now I got a question, and this one might very well be hypocritical, but it just dawned on me. Let me make that clear. It literally just dawned on me. Now, like I said earlier, you know, nobody's saying, you know, forget about our culture and all that and where we come from, none of that. But, question for you, big fella.
Okay.
Now, in us doing all of that, do you feel like some of this is slightly because of our cultures? Not because, like, don't get me wrong, not because of the segregation and racism and all that, that's a given. But I mean, like, literally, like you know,
not doing certain things,
you know, and all this, your family, the people you see, and all of that. Like, it just hit me. Not saying it's still a big part, because at the end of the day, people need to realize, yeah, we got our family, yeah, we was taught a certain thing and all that, but at the end of the day, when you hit a certain age, you are very much so reliable for your own decisions. Because I guarantee you, your mama didn't want you to go see that boy last night, and your ass 21, and she tell your ass stay in the house. What you gonna hit her with? Bitch, I'm grown. You hear me?
She gonna hit you with the frying pan at that point.
I was just gonna say, I tried that shit once and I got hit, but either way it go, I stood my ground, you know, or whatever.
Here's my thing.
I went in my room to cry.
To kind of answer your question, that because I get what you're asking. Mm-hmm. I feel like that there is no, like, I'm trying to find the right way to phrase this to where it doesn't sound stupid. There's a difference between doing what you like and disrespect. Like, you can do what you like. Here's how I'm gonna word this: you can do what you like and follow your dreams and your passions and the things that you grow into, and still respect your heritage and your culture at the same time. Like,
I get what you're saying, but explain, elaborate.
Like, okay, say your family is it's just a random example.
Like Muslims.
Well, I wasn't even going to bring religion into it because that's always a touchy subject.
I thought this was an example.
Well, I was just going to say your family's culture and heritage is to every third Monday of a month you go drive up to the mountains or whatever, and have a picnic or whatever. But you don't like doing that, hiking and doing that. While you're in that house, you will respect it and you will.
Right, of course.
You will follow through with it. But once you're older, you can still not do it, and but you still respect it. You should respect the culture.
I respect it, but I don't necessarily have to do it. Okay.
But to use your religious example, say your family's Muslim.
My dad.
And you end up getting introduced to Christianity, and you end up really getting into it, and you still respect your family's religion and your culture and your heritage as far as that is concerned.
Right.
But you believe personally in your heart of hearts that this is what you want to follow.
Right.
You can still, because that's like any religion in general. You can be Muslim and I can be Christian, and you and I can get along just fine so long as we respect each other.
And
that's all it boils down to.
That's literally the key word. I don't care how you put this, how you say this. Yeah, respect. Respect. So if my black ass do certain things that may not be accustomed to another black person, or shit, men for that fact, because you know how I roll.
Yeah.
But like, it's like, respect me enough to, if you got something to say to me, and that's the difference. That's where it comes back to play with knowing the people you're around.
Exactly.
I personally don't have a problem with, you coming to me the right way. There's a way to do everything, the correct way, the respectable way, and talking to me about it, and trying to pick my mind, or, me pick yours, maybe you're curious type shit. You know?
And there's nothing wrong with curiosity.
Yeah, nothing, because that's actually how you learn who you are. That's how you become who you are. You get curious, and you do shit. Think college and shit. Like, hell, you can go to college, you go to high school thinking this, you go to college thinking this, and then your ass graduate college, and then you doing this, and you like, well, shit, I like this way more. I should have,
Or in my case, you go to high school thinking you're gonna go to college and graduate. You go to college thinking, God, I can't wait to get out of college. Anyway, because college, and I know that's kind of getting off topic again. College isn't for everybody either.
No, not at all.
And there's nothing wrong with it not being for you.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, it's There's so nowadays, like, and that's why I can't really get with this whole like racism shit, because we got so many fucking different things that we got.
Yeah.
And opportunities and shit compared to those, you know, and I'll never forget, you know, like, because of them people, you know, certain people and everything from the past and stuff, that is whack, you know. So I always, you know, be grateful and respect and all that, but like at the same time, they set it up right. They set up for us for the future, so the past would not be in our future. Exactly. But yet we're the ones that's breaking the past. Yeah. Right. And when the going get tough, what's the first damn thing we holler?
The past.
Something he done got pulled over. But look, Junebug got pulled over. Shit, not just Junebug. Shit, let's be real. Sarah got pulled over type shit. You know, whatever.
What kind of name is Junebug? Anyway.
You see, and that goes the whole damn thing. Trust me, these people know some Junebugs. I promise.
I'm just saying that's a nickname, but nobody names their child June. Well, you know what? I know a kid named Embryo. So
that's awesome. I like that name.
No, embryo? You know what an embryo is,
yes,
right? Yes,
I know what an embryo is, but it's unique because that means that nigga was probably like the only one named Embryo.
What about that child named Absidy, but it was spelled ABCDE?
Anyways.
Yeah, right.
But like, yeah, like, basically, I don't forget what the fuck I was saying, DJ.
I don't know. I'd be good for fucking that up. Come on, the past being in the past.
Yeah, like, keep that. Like, the future, I feel like the future is literally just there. And it's like we got so many opportunities. Hell, I don't feel like there should even be a place for racism. Because at the end of the day, what we fail to realize is, hell, if I don't want to work with your black ass or your white ass, I still got to do it. And that's the fakest of the fake. Because it's like, if I don't like you, I don't like you. So, and I trust me, I'm not talking to you if I don't like you. That's just how I am. Like,
but I'm not finna, like...
You know...
Like, I'm not finna stress over you. I'm not finna let you be a part of my day.
And that's why I'd rather not talk to you. If I know I can't say anything nice to you, I'm not finna say shit. Because 9 times out of 10, y'all, if I don't like you, I promise you, I probably don't got nothing nice to say. I can't even give you a hate. I ain't gonna lie. That's how deep my shit goes.
I'm good for doing this. Just flicking them off.
You know, like
especially if they say hey to me, I'd be like...
You can't do that, big fella.
Put up the finger.
You can't do that. Can't.
Okay, I don't do that anymore. But I mean, I used to. This is what I hit him with. Hey, I just look at him.
Yeah, my sister usually just like her. But yeah, like it's just I can't give it. I'm honestly not because I see it, but I'm honestly really still shocked that there's like racism, and maybe that's just for me because the way I think and how I am, you know. But it's just one of them things where it's like.
I feel like by now, and here's the thing, I heard something today that really spoke to me, that made a lot of sense, that really opened my mind to how things really are, is there was this girl talking on a podcast with Philip DeFranco, a really good YouTuber, but she had said people are always, like, and I'm paraphrasing here, she was like, people are always saying, man, racism has gotten bad again. And she said, it never left. It never left. It just got quiet, and now it's loud again.
That is very true. I've heard my mom say that before. Like, and that's honestly what it is. Like, because like I said, stuff like that, like the little stereotypical things. We gotta realize as the grown-ups and parents and all that is, stuff like that sticks to your child, because when shit like that, if you saying some shit like that, trust me, you ain't just saying it that one time, you saying it, you know, or whatever. Like, like for instance, like, you know, like white people and stuff, like they might not say the N-word outside the house, but us being black and stuff, we'll joke about how, like, when they sing, you know, at home and all that word ringing along. Not saying that's true, possibly, I don't really know. But
I feel like that's true. That can apply to some people, like, but you can't throw that as a blanket.
Watch this. Let me finish. But here's the thing with that. I honestly feel like this, and I'm probably gonna get attacked for this, but hey, it is what it is. I take mine.
The following views are not represented by the Grown But Not Grown brand. Anyway,
like, I honestly feel like us as black people, we teach our children racism too. Like, you don't get to speak on this at all. And you know that right
I'm
now.
Just shaking my head,
just do that,
nodding,
but you
listening.
not get to speak on this, big fella. But like,
bitch,
no.
I'm just nodding my head.
I was just. They didn't even have to know that. Shut up. Anyways, but like, yeah, like I feel like, you know, we teach it too, and I honestly feel like that. Hell, people keep forgetting one damn thing. I don't honestly feel like Mexicans, like none of us need a white, black, cat, dog. I don't care. Like, and that's cool. You know, that's cool.
It's because we're all dicks to them.
We are dicks. We not just we dicks to each other, man.
This is true.
Black on black crime, white on white crime,
purple on purple crime.
But are we? Why we can't be racist towards each other? I mean, like, hate is literally just that. Racism ain't shit but hate. Hate is something that we show universally every damn day. So are we racist too? Aren't we racist? Are we not? Like, yes, like we was talking about earlier shit, like the whole pulling over cop things and every damn thing. You sit there, you know, and like I told you earlier.
I wouldn't say racist, I'd say prejudice. Racist is a lot stronger.
Why?
Because
what's the difference?
Like, prejudice is like, it's literally means like you're prejudging.
You're prejudging.
Like,
why though? Why
race is hate. Prejudging, prejudice is like, it's like you believe in a stereotype.
Doesn't one cause the other? Isn't it like a cause and effect?
Not necessarily. No. 9 times out of 10, yes. But it's like,
well, that's good enough for me. That's some nice ass eyes.
But listen. It's like you think, oh, all white people listen to country music. You don't hate white people, but you automatically think, oh, all white people like this. Not that you hate them.
Isn't that literally what this whole podcast topic is about tonight?
Yes, but I said it's not. Okay, you're missing a lot of the point of what I was saying.
You gotta make it broad.
It's not. There's prejudice, and then there's racism, and racism comes from a place of hate. Prejudice. Okay, racism comes from a place of hate and ignorance. Prejudice just comes from a place of ignorance. 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, let me drop.
No, I get it.
Let me give you an example.
Okay, shoot.
And this is gonna sound kind of fucked up, but I mean this from the most educational of places.
Boy, spit it out. We raw.
9/11.
Okay.
How many Americans after 9/11 were immediately looking at people of Middle Eastern descent differently?
Right.
And you and me even. I guarantee that you looked at not looking at them like I hate them, but like I don't know. Yeah.
Like you get on like Soul Plane. You ever seen Soul Plane?
Yes.
Like that scene.
Exactly.
She go, whole nigga, and I'ma shake.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I got you.
And it's like you don't necessarily hate them as a whole. You're just more weary, and you have that prejudice in the back of your mind.
But that's what I'm saying. Now hear me.
Okay.
I listen. You listen.
Right.
That's the thing. That is racism. That's literally racism. Like you're literally telling me what it is. That's like with the white and the black thing throughout our lives and everything. Like back in the day, we wasn't allowed to vote and all this, so we couldn't go in certain places and all that. Like white people even come into black people's side and stuff. They like you can't come in here type shit. That's racism. You prejudging somebody who might actually be free. Like let's say for instance we was in the olden days, right?
Okay.
We still the best of buddies type shit,
right.
I'm at my house kicking it. Hey DJ, meet me at the bar. Me and some homeboys going out or whatever. And we, I want to meet you type shit, or whatever. Black side of town, you know that, but you still coming anyways because you're cool with me, and you're like, oh, he good, you ain't got no kind of harm, no foul intent or nothing, You come in the building, they literally shun your ass right the fuck on out the door. Is that not racism? But they're not.
Yes.
They don't hate you, but they're prejudging because of the fact that they had so much bad shit to happen from white people. That now that you're in the building, they just trying to stay safe. They trying to have a good time. That's racism, bro.
I see what you're saying,
that's
but
racism.
I say that racism comes with prejudice, but prejudice doesn't always necessarily come from racism. Because here's what I'm saying.
Sometimes it's caution.
Sometimes it's just a thought, not even an action or nothing like we were just saying. Like,
right, but I'm not going that deep into this, just that one category with the thoughts. I mean in general.
But that's what I'm saying. That there is a difference between.
I do agree, but it's literally like this little thin, and I do mean.
But I'm saying we can have prejudice against.
Gonna break.
We can have prejudice against people within our race just by looking at a person.
This is true. Prejudging, like you said.
Perfect example: the chick at Taco Bell. I said I guarantee she's a land whale.
You ain't gotta say that.
I'm gonna say it.
That was mean, big fella.
Because she was pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie.
So you just gonna have that thing.
I was mad. Look, anyway. I was already frustrated by that bitch at McDonald's.
You can't say that kind of stuff like okay, we gotta edit that out.
Why?
You can't say we ain't that damn raw, nigga. We can't be casting the appearance. We talking about prejudice shit right now. They gonna automatically be like, oh, they dicks.
This ain't a prejudice thing. This is the person who was behind the speaker at McDonald's. Was a bitch. Like, you had it. It's called a bitchy attitude for a reason.
But she didn't have a bitchy attitude. We
did.
Literally deciphered. She just didn't know what the fuck she was doing.
You didn't hear that?
She wasn't talking to us. Remember, she was talking to Terry Doodoo, whatever his name was. Remember, because I told you, she said that damn dude name one more damn time.
It sounded like a bitchy attitude. Let's put it that way. She came across as bitchy.
She came across as bitchy.
There you go.
Say that.
That's what whatever.
That is not what you said. You literally led with the B word.
Same bitch. Fucking thing.
No, it ain't hoe. You led
bitch.
With the fuck you.
That's my catchphrase, bitch. Anyway.
You can't have that.
Yeah, it is.
Bitch, I say bitch.
Would you rather me go full fucking Australian and call you a cunt? Even though I have no Australian in me?
Nothing to me, hell, so you damn scared.
Cunt is another word for pussy, so.
I know that, but at the same time, here go my little stereotype thing. How many motherfucking black people say cunt?
I don't know many white people that say cunt. Well, I know, like, not white, like Australians say that shit all the time.
We ain't Australian, bitch. Use the word away.
Lewis Spirits is funny, though.
It's okay, bitch. We
anyway.
I guess I should.
How about dickhead?
That's funny.
There you go. Anyway. Dickhead, but anyway. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Fucking, like, I feel like prejudice can apply to shit other than race.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still wrong, but we all have that. I don't think we're all racist, but I think we all have prejudice.
We do. And that ain't even so much a race thing. That's just literally us being human. I feel like that's literally us being human. But that's
a human flaw.
You start teaching yourself plus your children and everybody else to.
We have to work against it.
Cut out the middleman, man. Yeah, like cut that shit out, and then sooner or later, I guarantee you, it may be thousands of years from now, if the Lord says so, for us to live that long, world to stay that long and all that. But like.
Oh yeah, she's out.
Yeah, like, stuff like that or whatever, like, yeah, yes, we can get over we can leave the past in the past. Exactly. But it takes us teaching stuff like that. Now, great, the Black history, all that's great. But at some point, we need to go further and explain and all of that. They fought for this. They fought for that. Now, let's show them and respect them and, we show our gratitude by actually fulfilling everything. Because at first, a lot of the stuff that was going on, I feel like, anyways, I might got my history fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, I slept through history a lot, but I did like the whole racism thing and everything.
I love history.
It's like, they fought for us to be able to walk the streets and all that, but they didn't so much have half the shit that we do now. It's not just our culture, but y'all culture too and everything.
Well, that's just like, how technology advances.
Yeah, like all of that, the shit like that. It's all kind of ways to brainwash people. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. It's all kind of ways, and it's about you being smart and fucking figuring out what to do, what to say, neener behind it all. But like, for us to just take shit like when we want to or when we need it, like in fucking, oh well, this is why this and that, cause you racist, cause my ancestors did it. Bitch, how many of you motherfuckers actually celebrate motherfucking Black History Day? And I ain't just talking about, shout out on Facebook, social media, to blah blah blah. She was the first thing. Okay, bitch, I can Google too.
Right. Here's my thing. How many of your ancestors are still alive? How many of my ancestors are still alive?
Right.
You can't blame me.
Right.
Like I say, okay, here we go. Here's something that, I'm just gonna break it down.
Do it.
Black people.
Boom.
You can't blame today's white people for shit their great grandparents did. Just like white people.
Boom.
You can't blame black people for something their great grandparents did, or any of those greats in between.
Right.
I can't blame you for something your father did to my father.
Individual, not
exactly.
Not the name, not my last name.
We could literally We could literally go the previous generation. I can't blame you for something they did. 1 second, love. We're gonna wrap this up here because my wife is awake. And we're well past the mark that we were going to try to stop at.
Okay, long story short, yeah, we know racism most definitely still exists. It's not just on our end, like even with the whole black thing with police and all that shit. We didn't get into that and every damn thing. But basically, if we stop being ignorant and being so quick to want to, I'm getting pulled over, let me no justice, no peace, no, it don't work like that. Be respectful, see how the shit go. Vice versa, white people, you too, Nina, 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 blah, 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 blah. Like, good night.
Right. Yeah. That's all you got for me?
Oh yeah, I do have the shit. That Taco Bell really got me stocked up. Like,
And there it is. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna post.
we might